Hey guys, welcome once again to Colin's Accent. Today we're going to be talking about Queen Elizabeth accent, okay? And I have a lot to talk about today, so we're going to start right away.
The Queen speaks with a standard British accent, popularly known as the Queen's English or Received Pronunciation, RP, and this is really posh.
My lords, pray be seated.
Now, if you listen to the Queen, she said Lords and House of Commons. In the UK, we have the House of Lords and the House of Commons. Now, I'm going to differentiate both for you, all right? The House of Lords is the upper house in the British Parliament, and it has 767 members. And these members are not defined. It means it could have much more than that, okay? Now, why the House of Commons is called the lower house in the British Parliament with 650 members, okay? And these members are fixed. The House of Commons are also referred to as Members of Parliament, okay? MPS, Members of Parliament. Membership in the House of Lords is either by appointment, hereditary, or official, while membership in the House of Commons is by election, okay? Election by the public. Now, the House of Lords scrutinizes the bills that have been passed on by the House of Commons, okay? And they also have the power to reject or amend bills. Both the House of Lords and the House of Commons meet at the Palace of Westminster in the city of Westminster, London, okay?
My ministers will work to implement new regimes.
Now, when you listen to the Queen, she said regime. That's the correct pronunciation. That's the BBC standard pronunciation of that word.
Christmas can be hard for those who have lost loved ones. This year especially, I understand why. His sense of service, intellectual curiosity, were all irrepressible.
Now, she also said sense of service. What does this mean? This means when a person decides to do something for someone or a group of people without any monetary expectation, okay? Yeah, she said irrepressible. What does this word mean? This means someone or something that's not easily controlled, restrained, or impossible to stop.
That mischievous, inquiring twinkle was as bright at the end as when I first set eyes on him.
Now, when you listen to the Queen, she said mischievous. That's the right pronunciation. I do hear many people say mischievous, getting the wrong pronunciation. Now, the right pronunciation is mischievous. The stress falls at the first syllable. Mischievous, okay?
That mischievous.
And also, she also said mischievous twinkle. What does that mean? This is an expression for amusement, okay? Mischievous twinkle. For example, he was holding the phone with a mischievous twinkle in his eyes.
But life, of course, consists of final partings as well as first meetings. Prince Philip was always mindful of this sense of passing the baton.
Now, if you listen to the Queen, she made use of this idiom, to pass the baton. To pass the baton. To pass the baton. What does this mean? This means to hand over a duty, job, or responsibility onto another, okay? For example, the chef recently passed the baton to her young assistant. Does this mean that the baton of leadership is going to be passed to other nations?
The baton is currently travelling the length and breadth of the Commonwealth, heading towards Birmingham, a beacon of hope on its journey.
Yes, the Queen said beacon of hope. Beacon of hope. This is a noun phrase, okay? It means something that holds the promise of hope. For example, this new medicine is a beacon of hope for thousands of people.
And February, just 6 weeks from now, will see the start of my Platinum Jubilee year.
One thing that actually surprised me, is the way that the Queen pronounced the word jubilee. She said jubilee. Listen to her.
And February, just 6 weeks from now, will see the start of my Platinum Jubilee year.
And this means, Platinum Jubilee means 70 years of service, okay? 70 years of service. Now, I want to use this platform to thank the Queen of England for such a great service to her people. We also have the Silver Jubilee and the Golden Jubilee.
I'm sure someone, somewhere today will remark that Christmas is a time for children. It's an engaging truth, but only half the story.
Yes, the Queen also said this idiom, half the story. What does this idiom mean? That's an idiom. What does it mean? It is used to say that there are other matters in addition to what was being said.
Adults, when weighed down with worries, sometimes fail to see the joy in simple things, where children do not. There will be joy in Christmas, as we have the chance to reminisce.
Yes, the Queen made use of this word, reminisce. What does it mean to reminisce? This means to talk or write about past experiences that you remember with pleasure. For example, my grandfather used to reminisce about his years in the Navy.
And see anew the wonder of the festive season through the eyes of our young children.
Yes, the Queen also made use of this word, anew. Anew, okay? What does this mean? This means to do something one more time, okay? Especially in a different way. For example, the film tells anew the story of his rise to fame and power.
Simple happenings that form the starting point of the life of Jesus.
So the Queen also said, starting point. Starting point. This is a noun. And what does it mean? It is a place or position where something begins, okay?
A man whose teachings have been handed down from generation to generation.
Yeah, so the Queen also made use of this phrasal verb, hand down, okay? This is a phrasal verb. And what does it mean? It means to arrange for someone to get something after you've departed, okay?
And have been the bedrock of my faith.
Okay, she said bedrock. This is a noun. What does it mean? What does bedrock mean? It is the main principle on which something is based. For example, some people believe that the family is the bedrock of society.
You see, it's much smaller, isn't it? I mean, it was the same height. Yes, very unwieldy.
The Queen said unwieldy. Unwieldy, this is an adjective. What does this mean? It means something that is difficult to move or handle because it's heavy, large, or has strange shape. For example, a piano is a very unwieldy item to get down a flight of stairs.
The oldest is probably the sapphire.
Yes, I also like the way the Queen said this word, sapphire. Sapphire. That's a British standard pronunciation, using the diphthong at the end of the word. Sapphire. Sapphire, okay? So thank you for watching Colin's Accent today. If you got value for this video, please don't forget to like this content, okay, by giving me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit on the red button below for more content from Colin's Accent. I'm gonna say to you right now, goodbye and see you next time. Peace.